guys, it's Jera Baby and welcome back to my vlog. Today we will explore Tremp, a small town in Catalunya. But what I really want to know is, what this Tremp actually looks like? Or what is it actually like? So today we're going to explore the town, walk around, discover some interesting places, check out the local atmosphere, and of course see what we can find along the way. I don't really have a strict plan, which probably means we are going to have a great day. Get completely lost. Either way, you're coming with me. So let's go, let's explore Tremp. So we're leaving Barcelona and heading towards Tremp, and already the journey is getting pretty interesting. Look at all these windmills. There are so many of them spread across the mountain. These huge turbines are using the strong winds up here to generate electricity. And wait, we're stopping again because we just see something really interesting on the side of the road. This is a megalithic sepulchre, basically an ancient burial site made with these huge stones. And I'm really curious about one thing. Why is it all the way up here? I mean, imagine thousands of years ago bringing these massive stones up to the top of a mountain. Who is buried here? Maybe it's someone really important, a high-ranking person, a leader, or some kind of important figure from the time. Of course, I'm just guessing. Now we are driving through this really wide open landscape. Everything around us is so dry and brown right now. These are actually oat fields, but the harvest is already finished, so all that's left is golden brown color covering the landscape. As we keep getting closer to Tremp, we're passing through a few small towns and villages. Everything feels very quiet around here. But now look at the weather. It's changing really quickly. Just a few minutes ago, everything looks completely different, and now we have these dark clouds coming in. The closer we get to Tremp, the more dramatic the sky becomes. So after a while, the rain finally stops. Of course, we go outside to have a little look around. The rain is completely gone, and the road is already so dry. I mean, look at this. It almost looks like it hasn't rained at all. It's actually really interesting. Just a while ago, we have all this rain, and now the streets are almost completely dry. Anyway, it's getting late, so we didn't really have enough time to properly explore Tremp today. So we decided to leave the exploring part tomorrow, and tomorrow we're going to check out the lake. Hopefully, the weather is a little more cooperative. Good night! And good morning from Tremp! It's a new day, the weather is looking much better, and today we will finally have time to explore the town. And after all the rain yesterday, it's actually nice to finally get outside and properly explore. Today we're taking it a little slower, but we also have somewhere I really want to go. Because Tremp isn't just about the town itself. Surrounding it, you have this incredible landscape, mountains, and of course, the lake. So let's keep exploring Tremp for a little bit, and then we're heading out to see what we can find around the lake. Alright, so we finally arrived at the lake. There aren't too much cars here yet, which is actually perfect. We are still pretty early, so it's nice and quiet. So today's plan, we were going to rent a kayak and cross over to the other side of the lake. And instead of staying here, we're planning to find a nice spot over there and go for a swim. The sun is absolutely scorching today, but we have sunscreen, we have water, we have the kayak, so I think we are really good to go. Sunscreen check, kayak check, motivation also check. So let's see how long that lasts. It's so nice! Hola, mis amigos! It's so beautiful! Hombre! Hombre! What floats? Well, drive around the shirt, that's it. It's more because you have to be shorter. I can remove it if you want. The thing is, you want the shirt, that's it. It's more
45 because you have your trousers on.
I can remove this if you want.
The thing is he wants to. That's what I asked you. Ah, mira, bien pensado, ¿ves? Con las maniquitas. Las dos.
No, está rota.
Ahí está rota, pues ya te un nudo, no pasa nada. Para que aguante mejor. Con el broche lo tapas ahí con el broche.
Hola! 5 minutes only. Chart 5 minutes. And we finally make it to the other side of the lake. Look at this place. It's so peaceful, and honestly we're enjoying every single part of this. And the best part? There's basically nobody here. So it feels like we have the whole lake to ourselves. We are absolutely ready to jump in and go for a swim. The water is looking so inviting right now. But of course, we have another important mission. We need to find the treasures! Kidding aside, I don't know what we are expecting to find here. Maybe some cool rocks, something interesting wash up on the shore, or maybe we'll find absolutely nothing, but you never know. So for now, we're just going to enjoy this little piece of the lake, have a swim, relax, and see what we can discover. Honestly, this is exactly what we came here for. Just us, the mountains, the water, and hopefully some treasures. Okay. What is galo?
Galta.
White beans. ¿Cómo son las habas? No me acuerdo cómo son las.
And now we're visiting another really interesting place around Tremp, the Presa de Talarn. I don't know if I pronounced that well, also known as the Sant Antoni Reservoir. This huge reservoir sits on the Pallars River right here in the Pallars Jussà. And here it is. Wow. Just wow. And honestly, look at the size of this place. The dam is around 86 meters high and the reservoir stretches for several kilometers through this mountain landscape. But what I find really interesting is that this isn't just a beautiful spot in the mountains. This place also has a lot of history. The dam and a hydroelectric plant are built in the early 20th century, with the works taking place between 1911 and 1916. And the whole project completely changes the area because this water is used for hydroelectric power and irrigation. But for us today, we are mostly here to enjoy the views, of course. Just look at the combination of the mountains, the huge lake, and this enormous dam. It's one of those places where you really appreciate how dramatic the landscape around Tremp can be. And honestly, I think this deserves a few more minutes of just enjoying the view. And now we're leaving this Presa de Talarn for a little while, and we have to explore some of the small towns around the area. I really like driving through these little villages because every place has its own character, and you can really see how people live in this part of Catalonia. We're surrounded by mountains everywhere we look, so obviously we can't just stay down here. We need to go a little higher. So we're heading up to the mountain to get a better view of the lake from above. And the higher we go, the more impressive the landscape becomes. is what I really love about exploring places like these. You don't always need a big attraction or a famous tourist spot. Sometimes you just drive up a mountain, find a beautiful viewpoint, and suddenly you get this. Not bad at all. Let's see where the road takes us next. And now we're leaving the mountains behind, but I'm just going to let you enjoy the journey with us. As we drive back, we're passing through so many different landscapes. Mountains, little villages, open fields, winding roads, and this is something I really want to show you because Catalonia is so much more than Barcelona. Out here, you get a completely different side of Catalonia. Small towns surrounded by mountains, farmlands stretching across the valleys, and roads that just keep going through the countryside. So I'm just going to leave you with some of the views from the journey back. Maybe this gives you a little idea of what the Catalan countryside looks like outside the big cities. And honestly, this is one of my favorite things about traveling around Catalonia. You don't always need to have a destination. Sometimes the road itself is the best part. Anyway, Barcelona is waiting for us. Thanks for coming along on this little adventure to Tremp. And see you in the next one.